If you think that you've been left behind in life, be sure to watch this video. Hello, my old friend. Have a good day and night. I wish you a good heart and a beautiful life. I'm Lena, and together we will travel to the inner world and walk the path of awareness. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of my latest videos. All of us, when we are children, have a perfect picture of adulthood. We all make a lot of friends and learn a lot of skills when we're teenagers. Usually at the age of 18, we go to university and study the field we like. From the age of 23, we enter the job market in a profession where we are really talented. From the age of 25 to 30, we meet new people. And finally, we find the right person and get married. We have children at the age of 30 to 40 and experience exciting things with our new family. And by then we have probably built a car and a very good house, and we will live the rest of our lives in comfort and peace. The details of these ideas may be very different, but what they all have in common is that they are perfect. Now let's go back to adulthood, to where we are now. Has that perfect picture of childhood become a reality? Have we all had a good adolescence? Or did we all go to university and continue the field we wanted? Or did we get the job we wanted? Or are we financially where we were supposed to be? Let me guess. The answer for most of you to this question is no. Most of our lives have not been based on what we wanted and imagined. Many of us have gone through very difficult things for our age, and many of us have tried for something many times, but we have not been able to achieve it, and because of this, we constantly blame ourselves. We feel that others are more successful and happier than we are, and that we are a failed person, and that we are just wasting our time. We consider the lives of others to be a fascinating and exciting story, and we think that we are behind others. But why? Where is the source of this feeling of backwardness? Is this feeling real? And are we really lagging behind others in life? The source of this feeling can be found in two things: comparing ourselves to others. We constantly compare ourselves to others, especially our peers, between our friends and the family, and even in cyberspace. We open Instagram and we see people who are the same age as us or younger than us, but their lifestyle is different from ours from the ground to the sky. They can speak multiple languages, have a lot of skills, have pursued their interests, and have their own business and make a lot of money from it. They live independently and have the best car and are constantly traveling and having fun. We consider them to be the perfect example of a successful person, and we lose ourselves and we feel very bad about ourselves and our lives, but we never ever consider a few things about these people. First, we only see that person's success and good moments, and we can never understand how much effort that person put in, what hardships he has endured, and how many years of their life they spent working to get there. The second point is that the starting point and the social position of people are different. If we assume that success is the top of a mountain and people want to start their own path from the foot of the mountain, some people have to go through a very difficult and challenging path, and they have to overcome many obstacles. Some people come across a series of shortcuts in the middle of the road, and the path is easier for them. And some of them were born on the top of the mountain from the very beginning. I know it may be very ridiculous, but it is true. Many people are at the top from the very beginning, and using their money, social status, and relationships, they get what they want much more easily than others and with much less effort. And we look at them from the bottom of the summit and regret their lives and say to ourselves, aren't we both 15, 20, or 30 years old? So why are they up there and we're down there? The third thing we don't take into account is that maybe their path and the successes they achieved are not appropriate for our life path at all. And the path they took is completely different from ours. Or we get what they have now later. And maybe we are going to do different things according to our own specific time of life. And the fourth point is, we never see the real emotions behind those images. We never see people's fears, regrets, and sorrows in cyberspace, and only an attractive aspect of that person's life is in front of us. And maybe it only shows a small part of that person's life. In fact, he also thinks to himself that he is not successful enough and that he is behind the others and wants to hide what is going on inside him by showing an attractive and successful appearance. Some people say that social media are full of lies. But I say that social media are full of secrecy. The second thing that makes us feel that we are behind others is the pressures of society. Society always puts a lot of pressure on people, especially the younger ones. Everyone expects us to live according to a series of rules that they have set themselves and that are approved by others. To study on time, to work on time, to get married on time, and to have children on time. We should have learned a lot of different skills and found the path of our lives, and we should always know what our next step is going to be. But these are impossible. These are high expectations, and they don't work for everyone. They are different for everyone, and everyone decides for themselves what is good for their life. And each person's timing is different from one person to another. If, however, you still feel that you are lagging behind others and that everyone else is ahead of you, I have to say that this feeling is a normal thing, and sometimes it comes to all of us. But whenever this feeling comes to you, remind yourself that you never know the story behind the story of other people's lives. So stop comparing yourself to them, because your story is different from the story of others, and you have your own timeline. And sometimes the climax of a story is the beginning, and sometimes it starts to climax in the middle of it, and sometimes it is the end that ends well. Even sometimes, a story is not supposed to reach a climax, but it has a permanent and normal charm that can nail you to the end. My friends, remember that our greatest joys are often intertwined with our deepest sorrows. I hope this part has helped your life a little. Please share your thoughts. You are invited to grow. Just remember, every great journey begins with a small step. Thank you for being with me on this journey today. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Stay tuned for my new videos. And finally, hello, and the light of God's kindness shines brighter than ever.